So you're probably searching for a video on the new Eero Wi-Fi wireless mesh router system and what it means for your home. You've definitely come to the right place. Welcome, Ryan Erlacher here, lawabidingbiker.com. Thanks for checking in. I try to do tech videos on the side of my regular videos, and that's what this video is about, the Eero Wi-Fi mesh wireless routing system for your home, guys. So in this video, I'm going to try to break this down for you guys. We can talk about specs all day. If you want to get the specs to the Eero system, get online, you can read all about them. I'm going to try to dumb this video down a little bit and tell you what it really means for you as a homeowner and if it's something that maybe you want to purchase, guys. All I will say about specs on this thing, guys, the Eero is it's the latest, greatest, fastest. It's good to go. It's got everything, all the bells and whistles, the encryption, the safety features. So enough said about specs. I will say this is the 3 system. You can add on to this. I may have mentioned that you can get the 2-pack or the single. You can also add on to it and go up to 4, 5, 6 and keep going depending on your needs. The 3-pack is really for a house up to 3,000 square feet. I'm sitting at about 2,300 and it works perfect in my home. But like I say, don't worry if you're bigger, you can build on this. And at any time you want to get hooked up with an Eero system, guys, head to the description below. There'll be links to different options down there, guys. No additional cost to you. I do get a small kickback if you click through and make a purchase. Their affiliate links help support this channel and this content. So I have sitting here a Apple Airport Extreme, which is a workhorse and an awesome system. I did hear, if you're interested, recently that Apple's thinking of getting out of making routers, Wi-Fi routers. So you may not see these anymore, but this is still working fine. But Eero makes a good analogy, guys. And if you don't understand Wi-Fi, basically this is hooking into your modem, of course, via Ethernet, and then it's sending a signal out. The farther you get away from that signal, the weaker the signal is, and you'll all notice that you'll get buffering in different parts of your homes. You just can't expect, their analogy is, getting back to Eero, is if you set a speaker in one end of your home, you can't expect that you're going to have the same sound quality across your home or in another bedroom, and it directly is similar to Wi-Fi, how that signal is going out. And so, you know, you may get those videos and buffering, whereas if you're working next to the Wi-Fi router, then you're getting a strong signal and everything's snappy. And that's what most of you have out there. This has been the system. Single routers just isn't working anymore. We have in our homes Wi-Fi cameras and thermostats and all kinds of smart devices that are running off Wi-Fi. And so you really need that consistent coverage throughout your home nowadays. And I will tell you, remember, speed isn't everything. Now I'm lucky I have cable coming right into my home, super high-speed cable. And so I have a great signal coming in, so to speak. You may not have that, but it doesn't matter necessarily regardless of what speed. I think the Eero system is going to make more consistent coverage because, again, the reason you may be getting buffering, you can have the highest speed system, but you still may be getting buffering on the other end of your home because the signal's not getting there. So either way, I think you're going to get great results with the Eero, and it's going to be better than a single Wi-Fi router system. So guys, the Eero isn't like you think of a boost system like we've seen in the past where you have one router and the signal gets weak and then another picks it up and boosts it, so to speak. This is really, they have a patent. It's called a TrueMesh system. And so basically it's very simple. You're going to get as fast and greatest speeds sitting next to your modem and your Eero that's sitting next to your modem as the one that you put across your home, because it's creating this network and mesh, and it's giving you that even coverage throughout your home, which is really what you need these days to run all these things. All right, so the Eero, guys, it just reminds me of a lot of Apple, guys, Apple products. The design, it's sleek, it's built well, just so intuitive. Smartphone app, guys, they have. It is an awesome app, Android and iOS, to get this thing set up. It's so simple. I'll walk you through it a little bit, but they really designed it. That's why I use all Mac stuff, guys, because it just works. I don't have time for problems. I need my computer stuff to just work. And the app they made makes it so simple to set up and manage your Wi-Fi network. I'm not talking about my mom, but I even dare to say my mom could set this up. It tells you step by step how to do it. So just for a comparison, how light and sleek this is pretty heavy. This is very, very light, and this is an Apple Airport Extreme, of course, a workhorse still, a great router. I'm saving it for a backup, but I'll give you an idea. You can see just how much smaller it is, guys, than the Airport Extreme. So hopefully that gives you an idea about how small these little guys are. And I'll show you the back of this thing, guys, just to talk about it a little bit. And as you can see, it's got 2 Ethernet ports. It's got 1 power in for the cable, and then it's got a USB, guys. All 3 of them look exactly the same. They are exactly the same. Now that USB, the way I understand it, is just for using for diagnostics and things like that. But they all look exactly the same. I will say that on setup, guys, let's talk about that a little bit actually. This little guy, when you open the box, it'll have a sticker on it that says number 1. Like I said, this is so simple to set up. They really wanted to make it easy for the end user, and A+ on that, Eero. That's all you got to do. They all come with the power cable. It comes with the Ethernet cable. So this one right behind me will sit right next to my modem, guys. And so wherever your modem's coming in, you just take that Ethernet cable and plug it into one of the ports on the back, guys, and then plug it into power. Get the app going, guys. It's a free app, and it is so smoking, man. The app works well, you know, no hang-ups or crashes or nothing like that, and it walks you through it step by step. Once you get that set up, you can actually name it, guys, which is nice. You name it, you know, office or living room, and you can even make custom names for that particular era. You can name each one individually. Once you get that set up, then it's going to walk you through. You can go to different areas of your home. It's very intuitive. It tells you some suggestions on where to set them. They say line of sight, kind of, guys, on this, and that is, you know, in my home, I actually had a unique situation, and so it's kind of a good test, and that is I have a bonus room above, and then you have to go downstairs to the main floor of the home. Well, I couldn't really do line of sight, which they really like, and they try to avoid going through walls if you can line of sight around corners, of course. Well, I did go through walls and downstairs, and the second one I actually put up on top of a cabinet in my kitchen, which is a really good spot if you guys can do that, because then it's kind of down and overlooking, and it's not having to go through furniture or anything. And then once I got that one set up there, of course, using the app, guys, super simple. It takes you through to the next step, and you set up the next one and name it and do all that kind of stuff, guys. Then the third one I put in my living room next to my entertainment center and some back bedrooms, guys. And I will say that the only one that you have to plug into your modem via Ethernet is the one that's going right next to your modem. That's your number 1 Eero. The other 2 or 3 or however many you're going to set up, you just got to plug them into an outlet power, guys. That's it. Now, understand that if your house is wired and you've got all the cables and Ethernet, you can hardwire the second and third and fourth one if you choose to do that. Of course, that's great if your home's wired that way, but I did not do that, and you don't need to do that. Mine, the only one that's hardwired, is right into my modem. The other 2 are just plugged into power throughout my home. And even at that, I had to go through the walls from up here in the bonus room downstairs to the one above the kitchen on top of that cabinet. I'll tell you that it didn't matter. It's going through that stuff fine, and my speeds here in the studio are the same coverage all the way down into the back of my home in the living room. But that's really how easy it. I didn't really need to go to it any more depth than that. That's how easy, I'm telling you, it is. It's just a next button on the app, and it tells you what to do. Again, not talking my mom, but I even think she could set this thing up. It's that easy. So once you get it all up and running, guys, the app is there for you. There's nothing that you need to get in and have a technical knowledge of. They really, like I said, made it for the end user, for the average homeowner. So within that app, you can actually, the nice thing is it will show you how many devices are actually accessing your network at any time. You can open that app, and then it's got a nice feature that you can assign each of those devices, so I can recognize them and I can name it after my daughters, my wife, whatever. And I have complete control over each of those devices. I can just hit a pause button at any time that I want within that app, and I can actually pause their access. So if I'm streaming live and I need all the bandwidth, of course I can pause all their devices right in the app. Makes it super simple. And then you can also set up more specifics, dates and times, if during dinner time you don't want your kids to have access and all that. Like I say, super intuitive app. All of them are named in there, your Eeros, and shows the status of them. The nice thing about this is, guys, it really is a set it and forget it system, because when it's up and running, it just is running, guys, and it's updating the software and security features at all times in the background. So you don't have to think about this router system, guys. It's just a workhorse, and I've been testing it for quite some time. Absolutely in love with it. There's also other features in the apps. You can create a guest network, and you can reset passwords, and you can text a guest a link to join your network and all that kind of stuff. Of course, for security at any time, that's a nice thing about your guest network. You can just reset your password. You know, you don't have to have some crazy password that came with your router anymore, you know, that you have on a sticky pad in your drawer or something. You really can set up your network name. It all makes it super simple, and of course you can change those passwords at any time. There's also a nice feature in the app if you don't like those pesky lights on the front of these. There is a light on each one of these to show the status. If it's in a part of your home where that's bothersome, right in the app you can pick an individual Eero that you have set up and turn off that LED indicator. So I was, like I say, running the Airport Extreme. I already had super fast internet Wi-Fi in my home. We did notice at other ends of the home, of course, because those signals are getting weaker as they go across the home. We did experience with our different Apple TVs and stuff some buffering at times, trying to watch movies and things like that. So what does it mean at the end of the day? The Eero, now that I've been testing it, guys, I'm telling you that I did speed tests, of course. You can go to speedtest.org at any time, guys, and it's free. It's also a free app, and you can check your upload and download speeds. There's other tools out there, but there's a great app for your phone if you want to do that. But what I really noticed, even without looking at the speeds, guys, I already had fast internet. I'll tell you right here in the studio next to the main Eero, hooked up to the modem. Just from an user experience, super snappy. I did definitely gain speed and I was right next to the Apple. Again, great piece of equipment, but I'm already getting snappier speeds just from an user perspective. And then when I got down at a different level of my home, the main level, next to the rooms in the back, everything I've tested all over. I have 0 dead spots. I mean, you can go to the back bedrooms or bathrooms anywhere. I'm getting this super consistent signal. We're not dealing with any buffering issues, and it just frickin' works. Since I've set it up, I haven't had to touch a thing in it. Like I say, set it and forget it type of system, guys. So I'm very, very pleased with the coverage that I have in my home and what it's done to expand. I have the fast coming in. I just didn't have it at the far ends of my home, and now I do. That consistency. So at the end of the day, what does it mean, guys? For you guys, I really believe that Eero is one of the best systems out there. Again, links in the description below. $3.99. I've seen them as low during sale times. $4.69 normally, guys, for the 3-pack. Again, there's different systems and different setups for your particular home. You can go over to their website. But really, guys, I'm telling you, you do not have to have any technical ability. You don't even have to understand Wi-Fi. I'm telling you, Android, iPhone, get the app, get this system, guys. It will walk you through it. All you got to know is how to plug in a cord and plug in your Ethernet cable from your modem. From there, it really is that simple, guys. Walk through the app. It'll tell you, set up your network name, your passwords. There's nothing technical you need to go. And this thing is going to be awesome into the future because the company is super squared away as far as their software updates. And again, that's all happening in the background. You don't have time to be messing with stuff. And this thing, once you get it going, you're going to actually forget about it completely, and it's just going to work for you. All right, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it broke it down, not so technical, and what it actually means for you as a homeowner out there, and whether it's something you want to get and put in your home. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel so you know when we come out with new free videos. Like it, thumbs up, and share it with all your friends, guys. All right, thanks for watching. Peace out.